After going through a successful preseason, it was now time for the games to actually count and be for real. Now, the first shock was that legend Charles Woodson, who I'm a big fan of, was actually cut during the season. And speaking of the season, here's our season goals. They want us to get close to 1,500 yards. For the weekly goal, they want us to see if we can actually score a touchdown in our first game. And speaking of that first game, it's going to be against the Cincinnati Bengals at home. So it's our home opener. It's time for us to see if we're actually for real. This, of course, is the first year for Coach Jack Del Rio, who has a pretty nice past in the NFL. I would say he's a middle-of-the-pack coach with 2 playoff appearances, as you can see right there. And we're going against Marvin Lewis, who does have 6 playoff appearances, has a career record of being over 500. And as far as us, you know, we have Derek Carr in his 2nd season, needs to prove himself, and we're going against the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Now, if you're calling Cowher, you're going to call him the Red Water Pistol. But that's neither here nor there. Now, the Bengals actually got the ball first, and Andy Dalton hooked up with AJ Green for the early 7-0 lead. So as we got the ball early, we were actually behind the 8 ball. Now, in this career mode, I want to show you every carry that we have. And speaking of every carry, in the 2nd carry right there, we get a nice yardage right there for the first down on that 2nd drive. Now, of course, I told you about our scheme that we had. A lot of good run plays, but this is actually a full 4 quarters of what we were going to expect. So would the defense adjust? And the Cincinnati Bengals have a pretty good defense here. So on our 3rd play from scrimmage, Derek Carr went with the play action pass and actually had a nice completion right here to Marcel Reese. So he did take the check down pass, but the fortunate thing for our team is that Marcel Reese is a pretty good fullback out of the backfield. And as I mentioned earlier right here, the Cincinnati Bengals have a stout defense. So on a couple of our first carries right here, they were pretty much putting us in our place. But one of the things that was important to me was to make sure that Derek Carr was able to establish the offense from a passing standpoint. And right there you saw the nice completion over the middle to Lee Smith. So one of the things that I had to make sure, in the career mode, you do have the drive goals. And the drive goals are very, very important because not only do they give you XP, but they also give you confidence. And it's not just to you, but it's the rest of the team as well. So it's very important that you actually go after those. And our first drive goal was to try to get a passing touchdown. And that's very difficult, especially because you don't control the computer. So things like awareness, things like confidence are really, really important. Right here on 3rd and 1, I get the nice carry for the first down up the middle. And I was really worried that it was going to be a holding call, but it actually wasn't. Ray Malaluga actually hit us with the face mask, and that added 15 yards to the end of the play. On 2nd and goal, I caught the screen pass right here, but the linebacker was out, and he did hit us for the tackle. 3rd and goal, Derek Carr couldn't find much, gets hit, and actually throws the ball off of our offensive lineman. So Sebastian Janikowski had to actually get us the field goal, and we failed the drive goal of getting a passing touchdown. Now the Bengals weren't able to capitalize, and they didn't score on the next drive, so we had the ball right here on 2nd 11 and get the nice gain, but we get stopped, and that ends up for 3rd and 3 for us. So on 3rd and 3, we get the ball, we go off to the left, and we barely get the first down. And what I'm liking about my player is he does have speed, but he does have a little strength. Now his stiff arm and his truck isn't really where I want it to be, but we'll build that up. On 1st and 15, after a delay of game penalty because I could not actually get us anything good, we do complete it for Amari Cooper for the nice first down. Now we didn't get a replay there. I might change the camera angle from zoom to just the standard, even though that'll take away from our first person mode. And right there we do run into Penn, our left tackle, but I'm able to fall forward for the first down. So even though the Cincinnati Bengals did have a good defense, we did do a good job of getting a nice amount of yardage. So 1st and 10, we get the ball here once again. I bounce it to the offside for the nice gain. but there is a flag on the play, and I believe the flag ends up being, yep, that's right, a holding call against us. Now that's devastating, because a holding call brings you back 10 yards. So 3rd and 15, we do get the pass out of the backfield for the completion. Now, you know, we have to settle for the field goal, but that's another thing. And the thing that I think makes it very exciting for the career mode is that's why things like route running, catch in traffic, and all those things are very important even for a running back. So it makes it almost like an RPG for us, because you have to decide what's important to you. And right here on 3rd and long, Derek Carr completes a nice pass down the field to Rob Streeter on that play. And so then on 1st and 10, time winding down, 20 seconds left, we completed to Amari Cooper right there on the short curl route. 2nd and inches, Derek Carr tries to complete it up the middle to us, and once again, right there, I talked to you guys about that catching, because we actually drop it upon him hitting us with the ball. So 4th and inches, we actually go for the field goal, and that makes us have the lead going into halftime 9-7. 2nd and 10 in the 3rd quarter, right here with the toss play, we get the very nice gain, and there's a flag. This time it's not a holding call. That play is going to stand, but we're actually going to tack on another 15 yards down the field for the face mask, because now, you know, with the new rules, every face mask is 15 yards regardless of the severity of the face mask. On 1st and 10, Derek Carr completes the ball to, I believe, Michael Crabtree right here. No, that's actually Amari Cooper. So that's going to be Amari Cooper's 2nd catch of the game. Not a lot from Amari Cooper or really Michael Crabtree right here, as Derek Carr's been spreading the ball around. So 1st and 10 from our 31. Derek Carr throws us the ball on the screen, and right there we get stripped. What a play. This is one of the new animations this year. That was Geno Atkins, and we actually got Geno Atkins in our Madden Ultimate team on the last video you saw as our defensive tackle. But that is devastating for us, man. I think our carrying is at 80 overall right now, but look at this play right here as we bring it back. Geno Atkins just goes up, and instead of going for the tackle, he straight up goes for the strip. And that's a badass animation. I can't even be mad at that, even though the drive goal was to not fumble. And as we go into the next drive, you see right here that we started off the first half slow, but in the second half, we actually came out and had a good amount of carries, but that one does really hurt right here. Right here, Derek Carr trusts us. We go for the screen play. I believe that only gets us a yard. And as of right now, Derek Carr is 11 for 15 for 141 yards. We're going to have to call some more plays that really complement Derek Carr's arm strength. And right here, we only get a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9, Derek Carr sits back. We go for the pass. I break the first tackle, break the second tackle, almost break the third tackle, but we do get stopped short of the first down. 4th and 2 on the 39. We actually go for it on 4th down. That wasn't a play that I called for per se. The suggested play actually called for us to go for it. So I said, what the hell, let's go for it. And we reward our coach's trust with a nice first down. Right there, you saw that we actually trucked their free safety. You'll see it again from another angle right there. And then Ray Maluga came to clean up the tackle. 1st and 10, they're going for the strip again, but we don't get stripped. Right here on 3rd and 3, we actually get the first down. So that's a nice job for us right there. And right at this point, we have 18 rushes for 91 yards, so they have been feeding us the ball, and we've been making good work of that right there. And that gets us a first down. So 1st and 10 on the very next drive. Right here, we bounce it to the outside. Another nice first down run, and look at that stiff arm. That run right there gets us at 107 yards for the game. We're still looking for that touchdown. Remember, that was the weekly goal that we had, was get a touchdown on our first week. And right here, we go to the left. Marcel Reese with a nice block, and right there we get the touchdown. But hold on, folks. We do have a hold on the play. Once again, that's Lee Smith. I really don't like Lee Smith. In the preseason, he had like 2 costly holds. This one nullifies that touchdown, so we have to bring it back. And right there, he's trying to clap, man, but I'm not a huge fan at all. 2nd and 19. Derek Carr sits back, and who does he find but none other than Lee Smith. Lee Smith right there for the first down. He does make the grab and then holds on. But no, wait, I don't think that was a first down. I think it was actually short of the first down. And right there we get the gang tackle. So on 3rd and 2, we get the ball on the toss play, and Marcel Reese, who I was actually giving props, misses the block, and they get the tackle right there to stop us short. So we give it back to Sebastian Janikowski, who makes his 4th field goal of the game. He's got the player of the game right now, and he's been money from the spot right there. So 1st and 10 after the Bengals, who can't convert. I think the story of the game is either our defense or it's the Bengals not being able to make it happen on offense. Right here on 2nd and 5, we get a short gain and we can't convert. But on 3rd and 4, Derek Carr does step back and he does complete the pass for the first down to Michael Crabtree. And by the way, good for Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree, he came out highly regarded. And I remember he was spurned by the Raiders and he fell in that draft. But for him right there, even though the 49ers let him go, he still stays in the Bay Area. And pretty much doesn't have to sell his home, so that was great. Speaking of Michael Crabtree, that's his 3rd reception right there. So he has 3 catches for 36 yards on the game. And on 2nd and 1, we get the handoff and get our 2nd first down. Our 2 first downs was actually what we needed for the drive goal. As you saw here, everybody got experience because of that. And right here, look at the juke move. We juke Ray Malaluga out of his shoes and punch it in for the touchdown. So there we go. Finally, we get the touchdown, and I'm glad to see that we didn't let the fumble hold us down. Right here, you're going to see it on the replay. Look at that pancake block right there by Penn. The nice juke on Malaluga. We were going to go for the stiff arm, but didn't need it for our first touchdown of our career. And then once again, the Bengals cannot capitalize. They can't score, so that was 19-7. This drive goal was to make sure that we got 3 carries so that we can milk the clock. Right there you see 2 rushing attempts. Here's a 3rd rushing attempt on 3rd and 8. And as you can see, everybody gets experience whenever you go after the drive goals. So make sure that you're doing those dynamic drive goals. That was it. That was going to end the game. So we end up winning our first game 19-7. And listen, I don't think that the Bengals are actually going to be a good team this year. They did have a great defense, but we just kept on pounding the rock. Now, I am concerned as far as our offense. Even though Derek Carr, had an all-right game. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but he also didn't throw any interceptions. But I think we're not going to be able to depend on just my running. I think playing good defense and running the ball is going to be key for us to actually winning, especially late in the year. But if we're going to compete against the Chargers of the world and against the Broncos, definitely, we have to be able to capitalize on our drives. We settled for 4 field goals in this game. So we have to make sure that we do a better job at that. But it did feel good to A, rush over 100 yards, and B, score that touchdown. But I'm going to have to see a little more from Streeter, Crabtree, and especially Amari Cooper. Right here you see the stats. We did average 6.6 yards per play, 141 yards rushing, 187 passing yards. We're going to have to get more from that. As you can see, 16 of 21 for Derek Carr for 195 yards, no touchdowns. And then on the rushing end, for us, I, of course, led all rushers with 27 carries for 138 yards. Derek Carr did have 1 carry for 3 yards. I'm going to see if we can actually get the ball a little more to Marcel Reese. Right here you see how well Derek Carr actually spread the ball around. Rod Streeter ended up being our leading receiver with 52 yards, averaging 26 yards per reception. So for our weekly goals, we did complete the run early and run often by scoring a touchdown. So that gave us 75 experience points. And then the other one was being able to rush for over 100 yards. Now, right here, we did make a trade. We picked up Ahmad Brooks from the 49ers, so that makes our nice linebacking crew even better. The Broncos and Chiefs also won their first game, so we're tied for first, and the Chargers ended up losing. Right here, Matt Forte had a pretty good first game, getting 149 yards, so he actually led everyone. But it's good as a rookie. We ended up with 138 yards, 2nd overall. So that was it for week 1, guys. If you're liking the career mode, make sure that you hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe if you're new so that you can get more of this content. But most importantly, take care of yourself, guys. Peace. So today EA dropped a new promo, and it's the Schefter Stars promo featuring Randy Gregory. What's up, it's your boy TeK RaJ, and I'm back for episode number 2 of our career mode with our balanced running back TeK RaJ for the Oakland Raiders. After the first preseason game, I can't lie, but I felt good about myself. So I went out to the